Hey everybody, so heading down towards the White Rim Trail. Head down 279 towards the potash plant. Keep going around. We're going to be about 3 miles down there. It's a little teardrop camp trailer that the tongue broke off. So we're going down there to weld it back on. Kind of nice. I'm going to try and get some videos and some pictures. It'll show kind of the other side of what makes the tow truck so unique is that it can weld on the trail, it can weld anywhere, it can do just about anything, and then a lot of times fixing is easier than, you'd have to go out there and try and winch it up onto a trailer and haul it out, and it just amplifies all the chaos. Plus then you got to do all that, then you get it back to the shop and you got to weld it up. So it's nice when you can repair it on site and let the people go on their way. And like I said, just one of the things that makes the truck unique. One of the many things that kind of makes it unique. It's definitely a unique truck, but having that onboard welder really helps out and really gives you more options of how to recover something or how to approach the situation. It's really handy. I've run into side-by-sides on the trail who snap steering arms or stuff like that. I remember one time out on Hell's Revenge, me and my daughter were just out for a drive, and a guy come by and we drove past a guy and he was like, "Hey, are you for hire?" And I said, "Well, it could be. Well, what's up?" So I snapped the steering arm. I just need carried back to the trailer so I can fix it. The trailer's in the parking lot. I have all the parts. And I said, "Well, why don't we just weld it up?" He goes, "Well, yeah, that'd be real handy if you got a welder in your pocket." Well, I just so happen to. It's not necessarily in my pocket, but it's in the truck. Anyway, so welded that up really quick. And the guy messaged me really happy or whatever. He messaged me later that day. And he said, "Man, we kept wheeling. It's going great." He goes, "I'm carrying my spare part, but until it breaks, I'm not going to put it on." So, and that, like I said, it's just nice to have the options of whatever you want to do, whether you want to fix it, pull it out, fix it somewhere else, whatever. Trying to get more videos for you guys for the YouTube channel and for everything. I appreciate everybody that's subscribing to the channel and watching and everything. I think it's super awesome. I'm trying to get better at this. I'm shooting almost everything with my cell phone, and I'm trying to do better, but I can't. I do this as a side job for my business. It helps my business. It helps the community my business is a part of is the off-road community, and this really helps out with that. And so, it just all kind of ties together. But it's the slow season. It's all that. I can't really hire someone to just follow me around with a camera, and the recoveries are so sporadic that I can't just be like, "Hey, why don't you just hang out and sweep my shop?" And then when I get a call, here we go. The real world doesn't quite work like that. My world doesn't work like that, I guess is the way to put it. I'm doing the best I can. Like I said, I know a lot of the recoveries are kind of missed, like the actual cool part of the recovery. I'm trying to get some GoPros set up. I've had some issues with those not working right. I think more of it's the person trying to operate it isn't doing right. But anyway, just to answer some questions with everybody, that's what the issue is I don't really have a lot of time when I'm trying to do this because I do have a shop, I do have all this other stuff. I can't just say, oh, okay, can you please wait while I get these cameras set up and I get all this going? And I feel weird about it. I don't know how to do it. So I just record when I can. I try to get what I can. I know it's not the best coverage and not the best footage, but I'm doing what I can. But like I said, the biggest thing is all this is done with a cell phone, mostly with me holding it out the door to video or this and that. I've got security cameras on the truck for liability issues if anything happened when I was pulling someone out. It does record video. I downloaded a lot of that. I haven't figured out how to integrate it into my editing software, because my editing software isn't on a computer because I don't have one. It's all on my phone. So I literally do everything on my phone, like editing the videos, putting this all together, making it work, uploading it to YouTube, doing everything. It's all done with my phone. So I'm trying to get better, but hopefully you guys hang with me and get going a little better. Maybe I can get a camera guy on next summer or something. I don't know. Like I said, it's a journey, and I'm trying to bring you guys along as best I can. Here we are heading in. We are following a Subaru Forester, and we just got passed by a Honda Passport. So we are deep in the heart of the overlanding territory. I expect a 4Runner to be the next thing we spot. positive note, the rain started after we finished, and the new wiper blades are working great on the wrecker. Because believe it or not, the wipers actually work on the wrecker. Okay, so got that all handled. Got the tongue of the trailer welded back together and got it reinforced with some steel I had on the truck. So braced that up. So got him all good to go. He's ready to head home. So he's gonna camp out here tonight, then head in the morning and swing by the shop and settle up. Going back on that kind of thing. I've never had anybody skip out on a payment. I a lot of times let them swing by in the morning or later that day or whatever. Almost everybody's super happy and glad that I came out and fixed them, so I've never had anybody skip on a payment. Yet. I'm sure I will. I mean, that's just the way the world works. So it'll happen someday. Whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.